Have you ever imagined that just 8 seconds could change your entire destiny? In the rush of life, we often overlook simple words that carry immense power. The Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam taught us short, meaningful phrases that can erase sins, draw mercy, and protect us from Jahannam. These words don't require long rituals or special conditions, just a sincere heart. Today, we'll explore how a few seconds of remembrance can transform your life and bring you closer to Allah's forgiveness. Every moment carries potential, even those that seem insignificant in our busy lives. 8 seconds may feel brief, but when devoted to sincere remembrance of Allah, it becomes a powerful opportunity to reconnect with the Creator. This small span of time allows the heart to pause, reflect, and turn toward divine presence, breaking away from distractions and worldly preoccupations. It reminds us that spiritual growth does not always require hours of effort. Even a fleeting moment can have lasting impact. When used mindfully, these seconds act like seeds planted in the heart, ready to grow into immense reward and protection. The specific dhikr taught by the Prophet Muhammad Salallahu Alayhi Wasalam carries deep wisdom and immense spiritual benefit. Each word is carefully chosen, reflecting Allah's greatness and inviting His mercy. By repeating phrases like Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, Subhanallahil Azim, the believer actively glorifies Allah and acknowledges His perfection. These words, though short, connect the heart to the divine and awaken consciousness of His presence. Over time, consistent recitation shapes the soul, strengthens faith, and softens the heart. This teaching shows that Islam provides accessible tools for every believer to gain reward, cultivate mindfulness, and draw near to Allah in even the simplest moments. On the Day of Judgment, deeds will not be measured by appearance, but by weight and truth. Some actions seem small in the world, yet carry immense value in the unseen. Words of remembrance can cleanse what years of mistakes have stained, not because of their sound, but because of what they represent: humility, awareness, and submission. Allah grants these words a weight that exceeds physical effort, turning brief moments into lasting benefit. This teaches that spiritual value is not tied to difficulty. A believer who understands this realizes that consistent remembrance quietly builds a record of deeds that stands firm when everything else fades. Allah does not restrict His mercy to those capable of great physical or financial sacrifice. His compassion reaches the young, the old, the busy, and the struggling through actions that require nothing but awareness. A person may feel distant because of weakness or failure, yet Allah places openings everywhere, allowing return without barriers. These openings are signs of divine kindness, not shortcuts. They remind the believer that Allah wants ease, not hardship, and closeness, not distance. Through such accessibility, faith becomes a living connection rather than a burden, and hope remains alive even when personal strength feels small or depleted. Many people assume that spiritual growth only comes through long rituals or complex practices. This belief can quietly create distance, making worship feel overwhelming or unreachable. Islam corrects this mindset by showing that depth is not measured by length. A single moment of awareness can be more meaningful than extended actions performed without focus. Simple remembrance cuts through distraction and returns the heart to its purpose. It removes the illusion that only the learned or the strong can draw near to Allah. True connection is built through presence, not performance, and simplicity keeps the heart consistent when motivation rises and falls. Regular remembrance acts like a shield built over time, not through fear alone, but through awareness. When the tongue stays engaged in dhikr, the heart becomes more alert to right and wrong. This awareness slowly weakens habits that lead toward punishment and strengthens restraint in moments of temptation. Protection from Jahannam is not only about the hereafter, it begins by changing direction in this life. Dhikr softens the heart, making repentance quicker and disobedience heavier to commit. With consistency, it shapes choices, reactions, and priorities, guiding a person away from paths that invite divine anger and toward those that earn safety and peace. Sincerity gives life to worship, while empty repetition drains it of meaning. Words spoken without awareness may move the tongue, but they do not reach the soul. Allah looks beyond sound and counts the intention hidden within the chest. Even brief remembrance becomes powerful when it rises from humility and need. A distracted heart gains little, while a present heart is transformed. This teaches that quality outweighs quantity. One mindful moment can leave a deeper mark than hours of habit. When sincerity guides remembrance, it becomes a private conversation with Allah, shaping character and drawing the believer closer in ways that cannot be measured by time or number. Daily life is filled with quiet gaps that often pass unnoticed. These moments do not require preparation or isolation. They simply ask for awareness. While moving between tasks or sitting in silence, the heart can stay connected without interrupting responsibility. This transforms ordinary routines into sources of reward. By using these unnoticed spaces, faith becomes continuous rather than occasional. Remembrance no longer waits for special settings or moods. It flows naturally through movement and stillness alike. Over time, this habit reshapes the day itself, turning repetition into meaning and routine into worship, allowing every moment to carry purpose and spiritual presence. No matter how heavy the burden of past mistakes, hope in Allah remains a constant light. He does not tire of forgiving those who turn sincerely toward Him, even if sins seem countless. The heart that acknowledges weakness and seeks mercy demonstrates humility, which draws divine acceptance. This hope prevents despair from taking root, reminding the believer that no error is final and no sin exceeds Allah's generosity. It encourages return and persistence, knowing that every sincere effort is noticed. By holding on to this hope, a believer balances fear with optimism, creating a resilient faith that continually strives for Allah's pleasure. Even the smallest deeds, when performed with sincerity, can carry immense weight in the sight of Allah. He measures actions not just by size, but by intention, effort, and consistency. A brief moment of dhikr, a simple act of kindness, or a quick prayer can accumulate into a record that protects, elevates, and earns reward beyond imagination. This understanding encourages believers to act without hesitation, knowing that no effort is wasted. It also teaches patience, as the effects of small deeds may appear gradual but are preserved and multiplied by Allah. Every tiny act becomes a step towards salvation. Remember, even the smallest moments of sincere remembrance can protect your soul and bring you closer to Allah. Let these 8 seconds become a habit, a shield, and a source of mercy in your daily life. From all of us at Interior Deen, may Allah fill your heart with peace, forgiveness, and guidance. Share this reminder with others, subscribe for more, and comment below the prayer. O Allah, protect me from Jahannam and guide me always.